All right. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Arsenal fans are excited because the announcement of Bruno Guimaraes is very soon. Since morning, we've been waiting for it. Until now, we are waiting for it. That video of the day coming in through here onto the Rokani Media Football. Now, we are having a source from Chelsea telling us that Zubimendi might be crossing in from Arsenal to Chelsea. Secondly, we do have a Cleochi deal announced, and Mickey van der Ven, contract looks like it's really coming close. So let's obviously wait and see how this will obviously pan out. You understand? Continue to subscribe to this channel, guys. It's really great, and we are pushing hard that we are having how many subscribers? 918, meaning that we are left with 92 subscribers to hit 30,000 subscribers. And I know by the end of this week, obviously, we will be there and continue to subscribe. After us hitting 30,000 subscribers, we'll obviously go ahead and do the needful in there for you. Now, this is the fly on the walls of Chelsea has told us that Xabi Alonso has told Chelsea he wants to sign Arsenal midfielder Martin Zubimendi this summer. Alonso has informed Chelsea that Zubimendi is a player he likes, but there is no indication the club are currently pursuing a deal. Chelsea have admired Zubimendi for some time, while Arsenal are unlikely to consider his sale after his impressive debut season. Now, Zubimendi Martin, 26, 27 years of age. In his debut season at the club of Arsenal, Martin Zubimendi came up and went ahead to obviously play 38 Premier League games. He played 13 Champions League games, meaning that he played all the Premier League games and the Champions League games. Now, I think it's only him and David Raya that were present for every game the manager needed them up in the season. Is there any other Arsenal player that played 38 Premier League games and 13 Champions League games? So, this guy is very instrumental to the club of Arsenal. I've gone ahead to see some Arsenal fans say, we've brought in we've brought in Guimaraes. Let Zubimendi leave. Let me tell you. What makes a team stand out? It's its bench. However good a team is, when they don't have a good bench, they won't compete. To bring you up to speed, it has taken Arsenal how many seasons? 3 seasons to win a trophy. And the main reason as to why Arsenal is going to hit to win a trophy in the season of 2025, 2026, it's because they had a very beautiful bench. When you put out the starting 11 of David Raya, Timber, Carafiori, Saliba, Big Gabi, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Saka, Trossard, Martin Odegaard, Gyökeres. Do you know who you're having on the bench? Let's start off with the forwards. Noni Madueke, Gabriel Jesus, Ebelechi Eze, Martinelli, Miles Lewis Kelly, Mikel Merino, Pierre Hincapie, Mosquera, Ben White. That is what makes a team. That even its second string side can come up and obviously do the needful. That's why Pep has been triumphant for the very many seasons he has been here. The reason as to why Jurgen Klopp couldn't obviously win very many trophies off this guy, it's because Klopp lacked a better bench. And when he improved his bench, you know what happened. Now, if you've brought in Bruno Guimaraes, and we all know he's going to be starting ahead of Martin Zubimendi in that midfield, have Martin Zubimendi on the bench. Right? Because what Zubi gave you was, he gave you a full season, but only 3 quarters. The last quarter of the season, he was very off. Very off. So that means you have to reserve him at the start of the season. And you know that if he picks up, if you start deploying him around November, that means he can burst out through the season with the same energy. I think that's what Arteta should know. That Zubi played well from August to March, but April, May, oh my God, Zubimendi was doing very, very bad. So I think they need to manage his minutes and know when he comes in through and when he doesn't come in through. And him being fit throughout the season, yet these other players that are called Premier League proven, have been playing the league for so long, went ahead to get injured, speaks volumes. Speaks volumes onto the player known as Martin Zubimendi. So I 100% believe that Martin Zubimendi is really going to be one of those players that will come in through and really put in a very huge shift at the club of Arsenal, I tell you. And I don't think that Arsenal should sell him. That is it. If Arsenal are thinking of selling Martin Zubimendi, then they're doing something wrong. Do you want to trust Miles Lewis-Kelly? Can you compare? Can you even put them close? Miles Lewis-Kelly and Zubimendi. Zubimendi is far up in there for you. And when he was naked, that's when we obviously saw this guy coming through. But he had done the lion's share of the job. And Chelsea, looking out for him, shows you how good it is. Always love a player who is being liked by big teams. If it was Spurs coming in through for Zubimendi, Aston Villa, West Ham, you would have gone ahead to say, how come I bought a player for 60 million euros and big teams are not interested in him? But Chelsea showing interest in the player is a signature that Martin Zubimendi is really one of those players that is really good. So I'm like, Arsenal cannot sell Zubimendi. However much Guimaraes is in, they cannot sell Martin Zubimendi. And now, I have one of the people here that is going to describe the roles of Martin Zubimendi. And this is what he has gone ahead to say in his own words. He has said, if Chelsea are genuinely interested in Martin Zubimendi, they would be signing one of the smartest holding midfielders in Europe. And that is it. So, if you are Arsenal, are you willing to give away one of the smartest midfielders in Europe? Now, he tells us that he's not the type of player who ranks up goals, assists, or viral highlight reels. Instead, he controls games through the positioning, decision-making, and ability to dictate the tempo. He always seems to be in the right place, offering an outlet under pressure and helping his team play through the opposition press. Now, have you heard that? So, for him, his positioning is key. The ability to dictate the tempo. Now, his outlet that he offers under pressure is really very important. He offers a team his outlet when it's being pressed. His biggest strength is his football IQ, that is it. He reads danger early, intercepts passes, and wins the ball without diving into unnecessary tackles. In possession, he keeps things simple but progressive, knowing exactly when to recycle the ball and when to play forward. So, those are pure qualities of a midfielder. The only weakness is that he isn't blessed with elite pace. In the Premier League, where transitions happen quickly, that could be tested. He is also not the type of midfielder who will regularly score or create goals. My rating is 8.5 out of 10 or 9.5 out of 10. Europe's best lying midfielders come intelligent, technically secure, and tactically outstanding. He won't always steal the headlines, but he'll make everyone around him better. If Chelsea signed him, they would be getting brains as much as ability. So, that's what they are telling us. Now, if you are Arsenal, would you like to be losing someone like him? Would you like to be losing someone like him? So I don't think that it's really one of the right calls for the club of Arsenal to obviously come up and really sell this guy. And good enough it is saying the guy is not, Arsenal is not willing to sell, but Chelsea are interested. Chelsea and Arsenal have some good relationship, by the way. And when did we last see a player? When did we last see Arsenal sell a player to Chelsea? But Arsenal have always gone ahead to Chelsea and bought out players. Noni Madueke, Jorginho, Kai Havertz, Douglas Luiz. Arsenal has always gone ahead to go to Chelsea to buy their players. But this is the first call I've gone ahead to see Chelsea coming in through to do the needful. But I think Arsenal cannot sell Martin Zubimendi. That is it. They have to keep these two players there to maintain the competition of the team. You are going to see that these players obviously going to be playing at a different level altogether. That is it. They'll be playing at a different level altogether because the competition levels are really going to be high. Now, Jacobs Ben first told us that the rivals of Arsenal, who go by the names of Tottenham Hotspur, are understood to be planning to open new talks with the defender Mickey van der Ven for a new contract. Liverpool currently have no plans to move for the Dutch this summer. Now, today, he has come up and told us that Mickey van der Ven is in talks with Spurs or to sign a new contract. Discussions have been positive and agreement is getting closer, although nothing is done yet. So, although nothing is done yet, Tottenham Hotspur want to keep Mickey van der Ven. And their centre-back pairing has been one of the best in the Premier League with Romero, QT. But QT fell out with the manager who goes by the names of the manager fell out with the manager who goes by names of Dizabi, and Dizabi was like, I'll only have a player who wants to stay here. Whichever player wants to leave, he is okay to go. You understand? So that's what we're going to happen. But with Senasi in, I think Spurs are really having a very good player in this guy because they've really formed a very good centre-back pairing with Senasi. And I do believe it will come out as positive for this guy, Roberto Di Zabi. And Roberto Di Zabi is not one of those players, is not one of those managers that is really very so much interested in people who defend. You understand? He's so much onto those players who come up and obviously have flair. The brain is very important, and Mickey van der Ven has the brain. You understand? So we are waiting to see how things are really going to be panning out for the side of Mickey van der Ven, but it's good to obviously keep him. To me, he's one of those players that I think Roberto Di Zabi will improve and turn him to be a better player. So I wait to see what he puts out on the field of play as a player, but the manager, I think, will pair him with Senasi. Senasi is a very good defender, and he saw his contract run out at Bournemouth, and the manager had to obviously come in for him. So we are waiting to see how that will obviously pan out. But Van Dijk was there, and he's also one of those that will come in and really put in a very huge shift. So we wait and see what is going to be the ideal centre-back pairing for a man known as Roberto Di Zabi. Is it going to be Van Dijk and Van der Ven, Senasi and Van der Ven? We'll be waiting to see who will obviously come in through to do the needful into that Spurs lineup. But tying him to a longer contract is really beneficial Now, PSG has gone ahead to announce Oklichi, and official Maghines Okliechi signs in as new PSG player on 50 million euros deal for Monaco. Here, Okliechi, together with his top target agent Hassan Sintinkaya and Jespal Singh Gill from HCM Sports Agency, shirt number 11, contract signed until 2031. He only wanted a team known as PSG. Now, PSG are strengthening themselves, and even Arsenal are strengthening for themselves. I don't know who will obviously come into their queue, but I do believe that if at all Barcelona do sign a player called, Rodri, it will give them an edge in there for you. So that is Oklichi for you, and that's what we had for you in here as the third video of the day. Continue to subscribe. We sign out. See you later as your reaction to Zubimendi leaving Bruno Guimaraes in. I'm out.